A fourth stimulus check for struggling Americans and the renewed possibilities as a result of some new information that was just released. I have all the details for you in this video. Let's get right into it. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. Information continues to change very, very fast right now. I'm watching everything closely and I'm breaking it all down into these short videos so that you can get the latest details hot off the wire each and every day as this information is being released, as it is being announced, and as this information is being discussed. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any updates going forward during this very, very busy and confusing time. All right, thanks again. Let's jump right into the video. All right, so I found some new information that came out today as a result of some new information that was released earlier today, and I want to let you know what I'm finding because this may be actually a little bit encouraging. All right, so stick with me here for just a second. I'm going to let you know the information that was released earlier today and the new information that has been released since then as a result of that information from earlier. All right, so if you saw my video earlier, I did talk about the inflation data that was just released earlier this morning. Now, I'm not going to talk about this a ton, but just let me preface this for just a second here. So the inflation data did come in this morning from the last month, February, and it came in at 7.9% year over year and 0.8% month over month. Well, that is very, very high. In fact, this is the highest inflation that we've seen since the early 1982 range. So 40 years ago was the last time we saw inflation this high. Well, as a result of this, very interestingly enough, throughout the day today, I've seen a number of different reports coming out saying, okay, this is it. Seriously, we're throwing in the towel. We are sick of this. We need an additional stimulus check. Yes, so I've actually been seeing this a number of different times today. So I'm not really sure what kind of threw people off this time, but we've been seeing inflation moving much, much higher every single month over month over month, and I think a lot of us are getting sick of this. Well, it seems that a lot of people are feeling the same way because all of a sudden today, I've seen this massive influx of all of these articles and reports coming out today saying, that's it. We're sick of it. We're throwing in the towel. We need additional relief right now. We need a stimulus check. We need a survival check. We need a relief payment. We need a check going forward. So I think a lot of us in this community would absolutely 100% agree with this. So here's what's happening. With all of this inflation raging higher right now and a result of the global situation right now, it's going to be continuing to move much higher for the next several months here. We already know this. I talked about this in previous videos. This inflation is going to continue raging. So what's happening is people are coming out right now saying, this is it. I'm sick of it. We're sick of struggling. We're sick of prices getting away from us right now. We need a check. It has been a year since the last check was actually approved. Actually, to give you the exact dates, tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary from the date in which the American Rescue Plan was signed into law by President Biden. 1 year ago tomorrow, the 11th, is exactly 1 year ago from when that bill, the American Rescue Plan, which is the one that contained the $1,400 stimulus check, that was signed into law 1 year ago tomorrow by President Biden. And then about early April-ish time is when the vast majority of people receiving fixed income, Social Security, SSDI, SSI, survivors, VA beneficiaries receive their checks. Was like April 7th, I believe was the date. But a lot of people did receive those checks on March 17th as well. So my point is, it has been a year. It's been a year since we've received any type of payment. Since then, inflation has been raging higher for essentially the last 12 months. So here's what's interesting. As we continue to see this inflation moving higher, we're seeing gas prices notch up new records every single day this week so far. We've been seeing it. I just talked about it in the last video. We've been talking about oil prices, food prices, gas prices, literally everything. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. Everything these days is more expensive. So these reports that are coming out today, and I've seen a number of these reports, a lot of them coming out today as a result of that inflation number that was released earlier today saying, this is it. We're sick of it. Give us relief. And it's not everybody. It's not everybody asking for this. It's the lower income, the fixed income, the people that are really, really struggling right now are saying, this fixed income is not cutting it anymore. $841 from SSI is not doing it anymore. $921 from SSDI or Social Security Retirement is not cutting it anymore. Here's what also is interesting. As I've talked about in previous videos, right here in 2022, the average Social Security retirement benefit is $1,657. That's the average, according to what they're telling us. At the same time, the average SSDI, Social Security disability payment, is $1,358 each and every month. We're also hearing from these groups saying, this money's not cutting it anymore. The $1,657 or the $1,358 a month is not doing it anymore. It is simply not cutting it anymore. So it's interesting because these benefits are a little bit higher, and generally we've been hearing from lower income people and groups reaching out saying, hey, we need these checks. But here we're seeing even higher income individuals and groups coming out saying, this inflation is eating our benefits. It is just eating our bank accounts alive right now. We need a relief. We need some kind of payment. So as I discussed in that video earlier this morning, we talked about that $200 to $300 voucher that they discussed as a new proposal. So as I talked about in that video, it's kind of interesting how everybody knows what the solution is right now. Everybody knows that cash is king, right? Cash is what everybody needs. Cash is what everybody kind of relies on this time because it's a versatile payment. You can go out, one person could spend it on food, the next person could spend it on bills, the next person could spend it on insurance for their car or gas for their car. The point is, cash is what everybody truly needs right now. But yet it seems like they're trying to tiptoe around the ideas and trying to figure out every other way that they can possibly get money or relief to us by sidestepping actual cash payments. So, not really sure what the whole objective is here. Or maybe they're just trying to overthink the whole situation. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do here, but it's obvious. And even lawmakers are recognizing it's very obvious. People need that relief right now, but yet they continue to come out with all these great ideas, which really are not great ideas. They come out with all these ideas thinking, okay, this is going to be the one. It's going to be a $200 to $300 monthly voucher for the low income so that they can buy gas. That would be nice, but I think all of us are needing more than just gas every month, right? We don't eat gas. We don't pay our bills with gas. My point is, we need relief on a much broader scale than just a gas voucher. Don't get me wrong. It'd certainly help a lot, but I mean, what are we going to do with it? Fill up our car with gas, drive around the block for 6 hours and burn up all the gas and then go fill up with another voucher or something just so that we can say we used the voucher? I mean, really, what are we going to do here? It just simply doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it's very encouraging to see that as a result of that inflation data that came out earlier today, we're seeing these reports that are coming out today saying, all right, this is it. We're throwing in the towel. We're starting to throw down now. We're sick of it. We're tired of this. We need relief. We need something fast. We need some kind of relief right away. So anyway, I found it to be very encouraging because typically I don't see these reports come out in the numbers and in the waves like I've seen today. Not sure what's setting people off, but either way, I think it's about time. I think all of us have been feeling the same way for a very long time now, saying, this is ridiculous. We're sick of it. We're sick of struggling. I see it down in the comments section every single day. Hundreds of comments from many of you reaching out saying, I'm tired of it. My little benefit is not going anywhere. I need relief like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago. We need this. So maybe Congress will finally hear the cries from all the American people right now saying, we need something. Please do something. And we've also heard from Congress too. They recognize just as much as we do, they need to get something done right now because they want to hold on to their positions in Congress, right? So maybe they'll actually do something here. But again, who knows? It's all up to Congress right now. Unfortunately, it's really sad to think that our futures and everything that we rely on is in jeopardy based on 535 people, right? Yeah, it's Congress. So anyway, hopefully they'll get something done here for us. But again, the only thing we can do is just sit here and wait for them to introduce something or introduce a bill that they can actually start working on actively. Or maybe the president will come out and say something. We can only cross our fingers. Either way, I'll be here for you. I'll watch everything closely. I'll break it all down as I do get more information, and I'll let you know with anything that I find out there. I'm here for you in any way that I can be. It's a struggle out there. I think a lot of us are in the same position right now, and we're getting a little bit sick of it, as well as we're getting frustrated with the situation. It continues to get away from us, and there's nothing we can do to kind of get ahead of this thing. There's nothing we can do about it. So it's just the simple fact that we don't have any control right now, I think, is what's driving a lot of us kind of nuts right now, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I'm here for you. Please remember that. I'm here to do whatever I can for you to keep you updated and to be here as your voice, to be here as your advocate, and to help you out in any way that I can. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below, share this video with your friends, family, social media, and feel free to go back and check out any of the other 2,200 videos right here on the channel. Please enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.